Suspects for a murder we had innocently witnessed. The Highland rebel Alan Breck and I had eluded the Redcoats and sent word to James of the Glens. It's a fine tune, Alan.
Aye, it is. If ever you hear it again, you can think of me.
I will, Alan. I'll remember it as Alan's tune. Oh. He's been gone now 3 days.
We'll wait 3 more if necessary.
Suppose he's given us away.
Don't be daft.
Or suppose he took the money from James and ran off with it.
This isn't the Lowlands, man.
So you keep saying.
I don't think you've met many Highland folk in your life, David.
I met one in Edinburgh. She called herself Katrina Drummond, but her father was James Moore MacGregor.
Aye, you told me. You gave the girl silver that day, did you not? Must have taken leave of your wits.
Alan! Alan! James of the Glens has been arrested. The place is alive with redcoats. The people being carted off to prison or thrown out into the heather. The
James is charged as what?
Complicity in the Red Fox's murder, and it's noised on all sides that you fired the shot. Look, they're hunting you now.
Young man, tall, speaks like a Lowlander dressed in black suit with a neck scarf in Drummond colours.
At least I've changed my clothes. Alan Breck, when last seen, was wearing a French coat. It's not a very good likeness.
Do you have the money?
Well, from the wife of James. Grievance sore for her man. She's convinced he's as good as dead. And you too, Alan.
4 guineas. It's not much to see me back to France or the lad here to Edinburgh. Well, no matter.
Maybe we should go different ways. Travel separately.
We could. But I'd be abandoning you to certain death on the moors. I'm thinking it is all the way to Edinburgh we should be travelling together. Keeping your watch. Come on. In the nick of time. Only winged fowls will get out of Appin past the redcoats now.
Oh, can we find somewhere to sleep?
Sleep? There'll be no sleep tonight. see yon mountain. It's called Benalda. It's full of rocks and crevices. If we can make it to there, we'll be safe.
Are you Clooney McPherson's man?
Aye, we are.
You can take us to your laird. We couldn't have fallen better.
Clooney McPherson, the rebel leader. I thought he escaped to France.
So did the English.
I spent an hour at this. There will be no more argument, Donald.
People still bring their disputes to him. People that would cock a snoot at the English court.
You will give the woman back her 2 sheep, or you will pay her a shilling. Well, Mr. Stewart, come in, sir, and bring in your friend with you.
How is yourself, Clooney? Proud to see you, I am. Now, may I present my friend, Mr. David Balfour, the Laird of Shaws.
You are welcome to my house, both of you. A poor, rude place to be certain, but a place where I have entertained a royal personage, no less. Come, we'll take a dram for luck, then eat a bite. Then we'll have a hand at the cards, as gentlemen should. I lead a dry kind of life here. I twiddle my thumbs and wait for another great day. So here's a toast to you. The Restoration.
The Restoration. Drink up, David. This is no time for Whig sentiment.
The Restoration.
You heard the news.
And the Red Fox Campbell is murdered. Aye, but the world's full of Campbells. Sure, one more or less makes no difference.
I'm thought to be the one to have killed him.
I heard. But you didn't, did you? Not on your own doorstep?
No, but I was close by at the time. So was David. You heard also that James of the Glen is taken as an accomplice to the murder.
The Campbells will hang him for sure.
Aye. More men will die to avenge him.
It's war, Alan. It didn't stop when the royal lad went back to France. Oh, let's play, huh? All 3 of us.
If you'll excuse me, sir.
Excuse you, sir? Refusing the cards? What kind of Whiggish behavior is this in the house of Clooney McPherson?
I made a promise to my father, God rest him.
My friend's tired. He needs sleep. I'll play you any game you care to name.
Oh, very well. I have sons of my own. I respect a man's promise to his father. You may sleep in the corner over there.
Thank you, sir.
He saved my life aboard ship. I've reason to be grateful to him.
Oh, you have. A man has only one life to save.
give me money.
Why? What for?
Just for the next hand or two.
I don't see why.
You wouldn't grudge me a loan, would you?
Done you, my money. Ah, Mr. Balfour. Our Whig friend. My scout tells me that all is clear to the south. The question is, have you the strength to go?
I don't know. But we'd best be on our way now.
Very well. I'll get you a guide.
Alan, could you return my money now? It's little enough, but it has a long way to take us.
There's no money.
What?
I lost it.
My money too?
All of it. I'm a fool when I get with the cards.
I'll tell him to take them by the low pass.
Will you step to the doorway with me, sir?
Why not? Though I cannot think of any subject for discussion we might have that may not be fit for the ears of my friend Alan Breck.
Mr. Macpherson, you know well enough that Alan lost all the money we had.
Aye, but that was just daffing. I wouldn't want to be a hindrance to gentlemen in your situation.
You're very generous, sir. But it's humbling to my pride to be in the position of a beggar. I mean, if Alan had won, he'd be carrying away a pocket full of your guineas right enough, but he lost.
Say no more, Mr. Balfour. I have little enough in the way of hospitality to offer my friends in this cage of mine. All I can show for entertainment is a set to with the cards.
But for money, sir.
Oh, there is no sport without.
Sir, I'm a young man and I ask your advice as a son. My friend lost her money fairly. Can I honorably ask it back again?
If you don't, I shall be mightily affronted, Mr. Balfour.
You leave me little choice, sir.
Oh, you're a stiff back covenanting William ought to be sure, Mr. Balfour. That pride of yours may be your downfall one day.
Maybe, sir. But I cannot change my opinion that gambling is a very poor employ for gentlefolk.
Mr. Balfour, for all you are a pious, cold Lowlander, you have the spirit of a pretty gentleman. Take your money. Here's my hand upon it. Aye. You'd best take this with you when you leave here. Your innocence seems to me to be in need of some proper protection.
Thank you.
Clooney's arranged another guide to take you across the Forth to Edinburgh.
That'll maybe be the hard bit.
You have to meet at nightfall, above the bridge northeast of Stirling Castle.
It was here we were to meet.
Alan Breck.
Aye?
Miss Drummond!
The lad of the sixpence.
You remember?
Well, I visited the house of Shaw's 3 times more to repay the money. But the old man there told me he never even heard of you.
My Uncle Ebenezer. He abducted me aboard a ship.
Did you cross the bridge tonight?
Aye, but it was There was a sentry at either end.
I will take another look.
What now?
We best go to Kilross. The river is wider there.
Who goes there? Lassie, you're not supposed to be here.
I must leave you now. It's but a short step to Edinburgh.
You're not coming with us?
No, I take a different way to where I'm staying. Besides, it's better we should separate. They'll be hunting this side of the river now.
How can I thank you?
You're safe. That's enough. Goodbye, David Balfour. Goodbye, Alan Breck.
Goodbye, Miss Drummond.
When shall we meet again?
Still wanting your sixpence?
No, but
Sometime outside the toll booth, then. I'm always there to see my father. Goodbye, Mr. Balfour. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
David.
This is a very strange story, Mr. Balfour. Very strange indeed.
Believe me, Mr. Rankeeler, every word is true.
Well, I should have found it hard to believe, had I not confirmation of at least part of it. A certain Captain Hoseason appeared in this office a week ago, demanding redress from your Uncle Ebenezer for the loss of his ship caused, he said, by taking you aboard as a prisoner on his commission.
Then you have your proof.
I have the word of a sea captain known to be a rascal. That is hardly proof on its own. And when I tackled your Uncle Ebenezer, he denied it heartily, ordered me out of the house, and dismissed me as his legal representative into the bargain.
Does that mean you're free to represent my interests?
I believe I can help you claim your rightful inheritance as the Laird of Shaws.
I'm really the laird, then. But what of that document my father is supposed to have signed, handing the estate over to Ebenezer?
Oh, it's of little consequence. Now that your father is dead, it likely falls. You are the heir to the estate, and it's a great deal richer than it might appear. However, I should warn you that your uncle is a man to fight the indefensible, and lawsuits are expensive. Now, if the story of the kidnapping could be proved in court, he would lose for certain.
Unless I could force him to admit his deception. I have a friend who could help me. But it's better that you don't know his name. Let us call him Mr. Thompson.
What's this? This is no time of night for decent folk.
Mr. Balfour, be careful of that blunderbuss. They're nasty things when they burst.
What brings you here?
David, your nephew. Unless you want me to shout your business all over the countryside, I suggest you let me in.
I'll open up the back.
As you will doubtless have perceived, I am a Highland gentleman. My country is not far from the island of Mull. My name has no...
I'm in no mood for lies.
Let's have no threats, sir. Before your jottering fingers can pull the trigger, this bright steel will find your breastbone. That's better. It seems there was a ship lost near the island. A gentleman of my family, seeking wreckwood for his fire, came upon a lad that was half drowned.
What's that to me?
He was your born nephew, David, Mr. Balfour. And from that day to this, he has been a great expense to my family. So they asked me if we could agree terms.
Terms? I'll not pay a ransom, if that's what you mean.
As I saw it, there were two ways about it. Either you would pay to have him back, or else you would pay us to keep him.
I've told you I'll pay nothing.
You prefer to have him killed?
Killed? What kind of talk is that?
Do you want the lad killed or kept? Come, sir, an answer. I'm a Highland gentleman, not a messenger to be kept waiting.
What am I to do if I say kill him? You'll have a hold on me forever. He's to be kept. I'll not have blood on my hands.
Well said, sir. He is, after all, your brother's son.
As well I know. Well, if I have to pay, I have to.
And now to the price. How much did you give Captain Hoseyson?
Hoseyson? What for?
For kidnapping David.
That's a lie, a black lie. He was never kidnapped.
Come on, you old runt. The captain and I are partners. How else would I know?
The lad was never kidnapped. I simply gave Captain Hoseyson £20 to take him aboard the ship. Any money the captain made by selling the lad in Carolina, he was to keep.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. That statement will do excellently well, as I will gladly testify.
Good evening to you, Uncle Ebenezer.